Hey everybody, my name is Brenna. I am an indie author. I have published one book. It is called Into the Shadows. It's available now on Amazon. I've also got it put in Kindle Unlimited, so if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free. I meant to do this video before my book came out because I thought of it, but I didn't get it recorded and edited and everything in time. So I thought, what better way to celebrate my book than to do a 17 facts about me. I picked 17 because the book originally came out on November 17th, and I'm not very interesting, so 17 was about all I could think of. I thought of 2 or 3 more, but I was like, if people like this video and they want me to make another one, then I need to have extra things. But these are 17 things about me, the author. So these aren't listed really in any particular order. It was kind of just how I thought of them, and then I just wrote them down. So I've got them written on a piece of paper in my notebook. So I'll be looking down to read them, and then I'll talk a little bit about them. So the first thing about me is I'm an extroverted introvert. What that means to me is that I would almost always rather be alone than to be around people. But if I am out and around people, I can be very loquacious. I can interact with people. I have no problem with that. The main problem I have is when I'm in new situations with a lot of people, I'm not going to be that person that's going to come up to you and start talking to you 99% of the time. If I'm standing in line to buy groceries or something like that, I might turn around and talk to the person around me. But if I'm at a bigger situation, as a reader, I've gone to book cons and I basically wander around in a sea of, 700 people, and I don't talk to anybody. I kind of wait on somebody to talk to me, and I just am so uncomfortable trying to break the ice and talk to somebody else. But once I get going, then I'll be really, really talkative. But on the flip side of that, when I do something like that, because I've worked customer service in multiple jobs, I've worked in schools where I've worked with kids. So when I'm around people a lot, when I come home, I need the quiet time to kind of decompress. And my husband's always been really good about letting me have some time where it's just me, and he'll just take care of the kids and deal with them, just to give me just 20-30 minutes of just solid me time. And he's always been great about that. He's always understood that it's just something that I need is that time to kind of recharge my batteries after being so talkative and stuff. Another random fact about me is that I do have a speech impediment. It's not very severe. I don't even notice it most of the time. And I had my husband read my list of facts just to say, are these interesting? Do you care? And he was like, well, the speech impediment is kind of personal, to put out there, because I'm very sensitive to my speech impediment. And that's mostly because this is a freebie. I'm the youngest of 3. My 2 older sisters would make fun of me all the time because my speech impediment is that I can't really say the letter R all the time. At this point in my life, I get it right most of the time. But I have noticed when I'm editing my videos that sometimes I hear it. I hear when I'm not saying it right. But I can't go back at that point and change it. I just have to leave it. And I've kind of gotten used to it. But I think that my speech impediment was one of the things that kind of made me an introvert and made me not want to talk to people. Because if I get very nervous or uncomfortable, the speech impediment comes out. Or if I'm tired, the speech impediment will come out. I guess I just kind of grew out of it. It's not near as bad as it used to be. Because it used to be all, like rhinoceros. But it's just something that I've gotten used to over time. And I'm not as sensitive about it anymore. It is still kind of a touchy subject if somebody does start picking on me for the way that I talk. Most of the time when people are picking on me for the way I talk, it's my southern accent, and it has nothing to do with my ability to say that letter R. Another thing about me is that my hair used to just barely be wavy. Growing up, my hair would not hold curl for anything. Now, you can see plain as day, there's all kinds of curl. It did not start curling until after I had my daughter. When I was pregnant with my daughter, my hair was the same as it always was, but after I had her, my hair went from just barely being wavy to having curl, which I found unusual. My feet, also random fact about me. See, now we're going to be up to 19. But anyway, my feet also got bigger. They grew like an entire size when I was pregnant with her. All the shoes that I had from before I was pregnant, I can't wear any of them anymore. They hurt. Random fact number 4 is that I hate pretty much all sports. Not with like I hate and loathe them and I wish they weren't around, but I have no interest in sports of any kind. I used to play soccer in high school. I ran track, which is not really a sport, but you know, I've been to football games. I've been to baseball games. I played softball when I was younger. I participated in sports, but I have no interest in sports. If my kids decide to do sports in high school, then yeah, I'll go and I'll support them, but I have no interest. I do, however, love video games or in that kind of thing. I love gaming on the computer. Also, my husband and I like to do board games and stuff. We like to get together with some of our friends and we like to do board games. We also like to do card games. We get together with my parents and we play Rook. Is that a Southern thing? I don't know. Is Rook a Southern game? I love Pepsi. I do. I know it's really bad for me. I know it's full of sugar, but I love Pepsi. I like other drinks as well, but sodas, if you give me a choice of any kind of soda, pop, fizzy drink, whatever you call them, wherever you're from, I will choose Pepsi every time. Like, it's not even a thought. I have 2 kids. I've talked about them in some of my vlogs. If you've watched my channel, you'll know I do mention them sometimes. I have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. The girl is 12 and the boy is 5, and they fight like cats and dogs. Is that normal? I don't know. And fact number 7 that goes along with that is I've been married for 14 years. We met and started dating, and we dated for 3 months and were engaged. And then 1 year to the day that we started dating, we got married. And so we've been together for 15 years, but we've only been married for 14. Random fact number 8 is I have a college degree. I do have a bachelor's degree in English, and I have a minor in organizational communications. After I got that bachelor's degree in English, I graduated in May, and then my sister and I got in a vehicle and we drove cross country. We went up to Chicago, and then from Chicago we drove all the way across. We stopped in Montana for a couple days because I'd always wanted to visit Montana, and I hadn't before. And then we went from Montana, we drove across to Seattle. We stayed in Seattle for a couple days because that was somewhere my sister had always wanted to be. From Seattle, we drove down the coast along the 101, I think is what it's called, the highway. We went through the redwood forest and everything. We went all the way down until we got to LA. We hung out in LA for almost a week, or I think it was 4 or 5 days we stayed in LA. And we did all the touristy stuff. We took one of those trips to see, Hollywood homes, and we went to Universal Studios and just stuff like that. Looked at all the stars, and we did the theater. I do remember when we were doing this, and this is going to age me, but it is what it is. I have 2 kids. I've been married for 14 years. I think I've already aged myself. But when we were out there, I think it was the day before we left, they were covering out the theater and everything for a movie premiere. And the movie that was premiering was The Italian Job with Mark Wahlberg. And so we've got pictures. Some of our pictures are like the promo posters and everything that are hanging everywhere, because they were already putting everything up when we were there, and they were covering up all the footprints, and we were trying to get pictures of the footprints before they all got covered up. But after we left LA, we went cross country. We did get to drive over the Hoover Dam. You can't do that anymore, but we did drive over the Hoover Dam, and we took pictures. And then we made it to the Grand Canyon at sunset, which was absolutely beautiful. And none of my pictures of the Grand Canyon turned out because it was sunset and the sun was setting. We were on the side that the sunset was setting, like behind the Grand Canyon, so it looked gorgeous. But when you took pictures, all of that backlight made the entire canyon look dark. You couldn't see hardly anything in the pictures. In person, it was gorgeous. and then we drove back across the country until we got back home. So now to this day, I have been to every continental state in the U.S. except for 3 or 4, and they're like Maine and Delaware, those up New England states, and I really want to go. Random fact about me number 10 is I was allergic to milk as a child. I can remember climbing up onto the counter, getting down a container of powdered milk, and asking my mom to make me milk because that was what I drank. And I also can remember having macaroni and ketchup because I couldn't have cheese. I couldn't have ice cream of any kind. So for my birthday, my mom would always make me brownies. Because I couldn't have ice cream, she would just make brownies. Because another random fact, I'm really bad at this. I'm just giving all kinds of randomness. Another random fact is I didn't eat cake until I was like, I don't know, 30. I never ate cake. I always said that I didn't like it. And my main reason I'm saying I didn't like it as a kid, I don't think I really didn't like it. And as I got older, I would say I didn't like it because I didn't want to eat it on the off chance I did like it, because I don't need another sweet that I will eat. But now I eat cake. Another random fact about me is when I was in high school, I was in band and I played the flute for 7 years. I was in the marching band and the pep band in high school. I was cool. Fact number 12 is I hate scary movies and horror movies of any kind. I do not like to be scared. I do not like gruesome and gory anything. I won't watch it. No, I will not be participating. And in October, around BookTube or AuthorTube or, in YouTube, they'll be talking about, I'm going to read all these horror books and I'm going to watch these horror movies. And I'm like, you do that. I've been watching Christmas movies since July, and I'm going to keep watching Christmas movies because that's what makes me happy. You enjoy your blood and guts, I'll enjoy my snow and hot chocolate. It's fine. Another random fact about me is that for the past 3 or 4 years, I've read over 200 books each year. And when I say read, that includes rereading books I've read before. It also includes anything that Goodreads would consider a book. My husband says some of them aren't real books because they're not, 700-page fantasy novels. Okay. That's not what I read most of the time. I have Kindle Unlimited, so I read a lot of books on there. And a lot of the books are anywhere from 180 to like 260 pages. And that's what they consider a book. I'm totally fine with that. The book that I put out, according to Kindle, is only 210 pages. It's longer in a physical book, but apparently shorter as an ebook. Random fact number 14 is that I am a Sagittarius. So my birthday is in December. It is December 20th. Number 15, random fact about me is I will always have a sweater or some kind of jacket with me year round. The only exceptions to this is if I know I'm going to be outside. But yeah, there really isn't an exception. I still usually have some kind of jacket. Every time, even if it's 105 degrees outside, I'll still take a jacket with me if we're going out to eat, because the restaurants to me are so cold, I will freeze to death. So I always have some kind of jacket or sweater with me. And the weirdest thing is, that goes along with this is the random fact number 16 is I prefer cold weather. I prefer fall or winter every day over spring and summer. I don't mind spring because it still has the cool days. I despise summer months. I don't like shorts. I don't like short sleeves. I want to be wearing layers. I want long sleeves. I want bulky sweaters. I want it all. The last random fact about me that is going to seem strange to a lot of people is that I do not like coffee at all. I'm a writer that doesn't like coffee. And with saying that, I don't like tea either. Hot or cold, of either. That is why any of the vlogs and stuff that you see, if I have a coffee cup, it will either have water, soda, or hot chocolate. If it's a hot beverage, I will drink hot chocolate. I do like that. And I know a lot of people if they watch this and they're big fans of coffee and tea, they're probably going to suggest things that they like, that they think are delicious. And please do. I would like to find a coffee drink that I like. But every one that I've ever tried, I don't like. Mostly because I just don't like the bitterness of coffee. To me, it's too bitter. And even when because my husband loves coffee and he drinks it all the time, and I buy him, the cold brew coffee. I buy him the little cups that we put in the little thing. I buy myself hot chocolate ones. It's fine. He's also had me try the M&Ms that have the coffee flavored M&Ms. I don't like those. There's not enough chocolate in the world to cover that flavor, I don't think. I wish I liked coffee because I would like to be able to have a nice hot cup of coffee in the morning to wake up when it's a cool day than to be drinking an ice cold Pepsi. I would rather have something else. I love Pepsi, but I don't need to drink as much of it as I do. But it is the only source of caffeine that I get. If I don't have anything that has caffeine in it, I will get a terrible headache by like mid-afternoon because I'm addicted to the caffeine. But I would like to find coffee that I like, but I need coffee that doesn't taste like coffee. So that was 17 plus a couple extra facts about me. I just wanted to give you all a chance to kind of get to know me a little bit more. If you liked this video and are interested in seeing more from me, then please subscribe and hit the like button if you liked this video. It really helps out my channel. And comment down below some random facts about you. What are some random things about you that might set you apart and make you a little different? I know that a lot of my stuff doesn't make me different. A lot of my stuff makes me very basic and kind of boring, actually. But I can't help the way that I am. I'm just kind of boring. If you're interested in purchasing my debut novel, Into the Shadows, I'll leave a link down below. I'll also leave a link to my Facebook page and my Instagram if you want to follow me on any other platform. That's all I have for today. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.